Hey, my name is Sammy and I work here at SelfieWrld in Los Angeles, and I am here to give you all some tips on how you can grow your TikTok and other social media platforms. One of the best tips that I can give to you is being consistent. You need to be as consistent as possible. But that does not mean that we should focus on quantity over quality. We should always focus on quality, but consistency is the biggest thing that we need to always be thinking about, always coming up with new ideas, collaborations, things of that nature. Consistency is key. And I know that sounds mundane. I know people have probably said that all the time, but if you really look at it from any professional perspective in life, the greatest of people are always consistent in what they do. Number two, as it pertains to TikTok, trends is one way. That's not the only way, but trends are one of the top ways that you can gain a lot of traction and engagement. So what are some of the trends that you can look up? Well, you can look up music trends. So by checking out what's hot, what are the hottest songs, what are influencers, micro-influencers, or celebrities using for their videos, and making videos with that sound. There's a trick too that you can do when you're using sounds, and that is by clicking on the sound of your video and adding a trending sound to it and turning that sound all the way down, basically muting it and keeping your volume up. So what it kind of does is trick the algorithm into thinking that you're using that music. And when you look at the list of music or videos that is underneath that song, you will be put and categorized in that section because you put that song on there even though nobody can hear it. So that's like a little way of tricking the algorithm. You don't have to always mute the sound either. You can utilize that sound. Step number three, you want engagement, you need to engage. That's huge. If you want people to engage with you, you need to engage with them, i.e. responding to comments. One thing that you can do is go over to TikToks that you like and you drop a comment. And some of the comments that you should be dropping that will probably bring people back to you is informational type of content. Or comments, I should say. So let's say that you all are in journalism and you go to another page that is asking about journalism or giving information about journalism. And let's say you look in the comments and somebody asks a question that that person who created the video has not answered yet. Here's an opportunity for you to get recognized and get known. You go on there and you comment, you answer that question. Now this person is probably so thankful that they will click on your page and possibly follow for more information. They also see that you're engaging with people, so they're more apt to following you. And then they might have asked a question that several other people might be looking for the answer to, and you just answered it. So now you have people looking through the comments, clicking on your page and looking at your content, and again, hopefully bringing in some more follows. So that's a really, really great tip. You need to be engaging. You need to not only be liking other people's stuff, but commenting on other people's stuff as well. Number four, you need to be on other social media sites as well. So essentially making a lot of content at one time and then chopping it up and repurposing it, if you will, repurposing content. So let's say that you make a video with 10 facts about X, Y, and Z. If you make a video about 10 facts with X, Y, and Z, then you have one video. But let's say that some of those facts align with something else. You can repurpose that and use it for another video. So now you have content. Places like SelfieWrld is an excellent place to repurpose content because we have over 50 sets here right now that get changed out after a few months to say current with the times, current with the seasons. And so if you come to SelfieWrld with 50 sets and you take one photo, which each set, that's 50 photos. Imagine if you did multiple pictures, if you did videos, if you did multiple videos, multiple postings, and then you can repurpose all of that and use them all throughout. So obviously the Christmas stuff you would use during the Christmas season, but you can always repurpose that stuff. Christmas in July, they have sales going on for that, and you can always take that and use it in July. So it's just about repurposing that information, repurposing those videos and those pictures to make best use of your time. That way, because a lot of people are like, how do I stay consistent? I can't make up something every single day. No, set aside a few hours in one day and create a lot of content. And that's what a lot of TikTokers do when they come here. They make a lot of content here. And now they have like a month worth of content that they can continuously post, and they only worked for one day. So it's one of those ideas when it comes to business on when business people say, let your money work for you, or make your money make you money. Not go to work every single day, hour to hour to hour, but instead find something, a craft or something that you do it one time and it makes you money consistently. For example, YouTube. You make one video and you put an ad on that video. Of course, you do have requirements, but nonetheless, you make a video, you put an ad on that video will stay up as long as YouTube is alive. So 10 years from now, if somebody clicks on that video and an ad pops up, you just got paid for that one video. That's an example of constantly posting something. You can eventually do that on TikTok. This is another way to grow as well. Slightly different from journalism, but you may be able to use this information, I don't know. But product placement. If you make content, you can now partner with people and people will pay you to make videos. That is the biggest way to make money on social media if we're talking about money. So like on YouTube, popcorn, you want to be sponsored by Coca-Cola. You know, just making these videos, people will pay you to put their products in your video. I know a TikTok celebrity, and he charges $60,000 for you to make a video. And that is more than a lot of people's salary in America. So you can make it work. You can do it, you can make it work. Collaboration. One way that you can get a lot of engagement is by hitting up micro influencers. So when I say micro influencers, those are the people that are around the 10,000 to 100,000 following range. What helps when you have people that are under 100,000 followers is that they are open to ideas because they're trying to grow as well. They're trying to get to the millions. And so it's easier to DM them and get a response. A lot of them might not have agents or managers yet that are handling all of their stuff. And so you have a little bit more direct access to asking if they want to collaborate, asking if they want to meet up, asking if they want, you want to switch or trade off in trades. It's a lot harder if you're trying to go to somebody who has over 1 million followers. They generally have somebody managing their stuff. You won't necessarily get in contact with all of them. And a lot of people, you gotta consider, they get a lot of people DMing them asking for help. So it's just a lot harder with that, going that route. But if you get somebody, let's say 50,000, for example, followers, you can get in contact with them and say, hey, how much is it for you to promote my picture, promote my video on your page? How long will you leave it up? Will you be posting it on your main page? Will you be posting it on your story? Will you do a reel? And you work out those mechanics. And typically people do charge for this service, but it will help you out in the long run, because if their reach is 50,000 people, hopefully maybe 100 or more will actually come to your page, see your post, and want to follow and enjoy it. Worst case scenario, nobody likes it, and it could be the fact that your content isn't that great or is not engaging, or it could be you picked the wrong influencer. Because we also have to consider, when you're picking influencers, that there's somebody there in your niche. Definitely pick somebody who is in your niche. So if I'm doing, let's say, a whole page about tech, I'm not gonna go and ask Martha Stewart to post my tech video. She's doing cooking and clothes and stuff. It doesn't make any sense because it's not a part of my niche. So you need to make sure that whatever you are in, that you find a TikToker or Instagrammer or somebody who's a micro influencer that will promote you. And again, like I said, it's worth the money generally if you find the right people. Reach out to them. The worst they can do is say no. Just reach out. Find your niche. Knowing your niche is extremely important. You need to know what you do and what you're good at, and you need to stick to that. It is very difficult for people to follow you if you're making content that's all over the place. If you make tech, do tech. If that's your content, do tech. Don't do tech and then do makeup and then do food. And don't try to make a huge passion project out of it and say, I'm just gonna throw all of my talents, all of my gifts onto one thing. It's really difficult to find an audience that loves everything that you love. So you shouldn't be making content about everything you love. Pick the number one thing, top thing, and when you start off, pick the top thing and see if it works. And then I would say maybe integrate something down the line another passion, and see what audiences bite to that. And if you see an audience for that and it starts to grow, well, maybe that's something that you can do in conjunction with, or maybe merge the two, or come up with something creative on how you can do those things. Maybe even create 2 separate pages and telling all the people that love one thing, hey, follow me over here, and you'll see more of this content. But don't start off with don't start with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things and just saying, well, I love it all. No, pick one. And when you build a huge following, let's say 500,000 people, well, now you got the pull to do whatever you want to do. You can now start making videos about basketball, making videos about, you know, food or whatever the case may be, because you've built a substantial and solid fan base that's going to still stick there with you. So for you all as a journalism class, I recommend that you follow a lot of journalism pages. I recommend that you follow a lot of school pages. I also think that 2 huge things that you all can do is create some comedy stuff that brings people's attention to you all. People love to laugh, they love to smile. And if you all can create content that it warms people, makes them smile, it makes them laugh, specifically laugh, I think that will help you all out a lot. Always find something that is intriguing. Information would be huge. Top 5 facts you didn't know about. Top 10 things that you never heard of. Those things are huge on TikTok, because TikTok University, people are not going to school anymore. And that can be fortunate or unfortunate for whoever's viewing it, that's your opinion. But a lot of people find themselves going to YouTube, going to TikTok. I go to TikTok to learn how to cook stuff because it's quick. And they give me the steps like that. I don't even go to YouTube so much anymore, because YouTube is like 15 minutes long to teach you how to make pancakes. And it's like, I can go to TikTok and learn that in 60 seconds. Make sure that your content is not super long. People have a very short attention span. So if you are creating content on TikTok, 15 seconds is the golden time limit. Try not to go over 15 seconds. If you go over 15 seconds and somebody watches the entire thing, the algorithm looks at it and says, okay, great, they made it all the way through the video, I will show it to more people. So they start off around, let's say 500 people, and if 500 people, all of them watch the 15 seconds, they'll show like 1,000 people. And if they show 1,000 people and they all watch the 15 seconds, they'll show it to 1,500 people, and it continues to grow. The longer your video is, the less chance you have of doing that. 30 seconds is probably the absolute most that you want to do. So keep that in mind. 30 seconds, 15 is excellent. Catch them, hook them, reel them in, and make them watch it again. Because if they can watch it once, they can watch it twice, they share it with somebody, they comment, boom, you're good. So, I appreciate you all. My name is Sammy. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.